Well, good morning from the third floor. Looks like Bridget's gotten out of bed. Actually, I never thought the bed was in this position. This little lathing strip here used to have hooks in it where you could hang clothes on. So if Bridget had used this to hang her clothes and aprons, it would have been hanging right over her head if her bed had been here. I rather think it was it was a single bed at the time. It was probably, the headboard was over on this wall, I'm thinking. And because of the angle of the house here, this little knee wall here would really bop you in the head. The ceiling's so low. The closet. Inside the closet, there's that funny little wooden box that we think was something to do with a water closet. Might have been a little dresser here, or maybe the dresser, could have been on this long wall. But she had quite a view out the third-story window of the neighborhood. And picture her coming out here to take a nap. You have a view of 3rd Street. That dark brown house there was actually where Dr. Kelly moved. And of course the Whitehead house just one more street beyond. But it's a beautiful morning. We were expecting wet snow, and we ended up getting a sunny day. I've been here filming with a lovely crew from PBS, and I'll let you know when that's going to be on TV. I think it might be local. You can almost hear "Come Down Quick, Maggie," and picture Bridget running down the stairs. This room, which is now a bathroom, actually was a bedroom. And there was a full-size bed in here. Well, we'll go in. It was actually a lot larger than you think without the shower. The shower. It had a full-size bed and I think a little nightstand in it, and I think it was Mr. Eddie, one of the handymen, would stay in this room. And Uncle John, at one time or another, had stayed in this room. Now we're at a landing, which has been fixed up as a little seating area. I don't believe that skylight was part of the scenery in 1892. And for those who've been at the house and stayed here before, you recognize some of the judges. Blodgett, scenes from the trial. And here's Judge Mason. I'm missing Dewey. Maybe he'll show up somewhere. And then this was a storage room where Lizzie's famous furs hung off the hooks. It's called Jennings now, after Andrew Jennings. Here's a nice picture of him, about how he looked at the time of the trial. And then over by the sewing machine, how he looked a little later in life. And this room too has a very slanted angle. It's hard to stand up on this little knee wall here, which is probably only about 30 inches tall. It's nice and quiet up here on the 3rd floor. Oh, here's a picture I hadn't seen before. Oh, it's a very good picture of him. Very distinguished. I need to get a copy of that. And of course, this is his house, which is still standing on June Street. And if we look out, you'll see 2nd Street below us. It used to be the Bowen home across the street, and the Boston Depot, long gone now. And then there was another unfinished storage room that they call Knowlton, named after the prosecution, the lead prosecutor. Oh, here's Robinson. And a shot of the courtroom. The crew has gone down to New Bedford today to get some exterior shots. And here we are in Knowlton. Here's Hosea as a young man. And here's our handsome Mr. Moody. And Knowlton probably about how he looked at the trial. This painting portrait of Knowlton is actually hanging in the courthouse. Oh, I hear the bells of St. Mary's ringing across the street. Here's this trunk full of toys that people bring for the so-called ghost children. And this is another closet. I think this was probably added later. I think these rooms were unfinished. And here's the chimney. It goes all the way down into the basement. And so that's the third floor. I hear guests beginning to stir, and I smell coffee. See you later.